This is not personal. This is just a personal opinion on how we felt the performances were tonight. We will never be mean. We will never come for you. But yeah, I have some pretty strong opinions on some of these performances tonight,
Ooh,
Stephanie.
this is our first. This I think is our first episode with a disclaimer at the top.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome to the Pitchy Podcast. We're your hosts, James
And Stephanie.
Here on the Pitchy Podcast, we are passionate about good music and a great vocal. We'll use the vehicle of NBC's The Voice to give you our take and our feedback on each contestant. Here on the Pitchy Podcast, we will keep it 100 with our feedback and critique of each contestant's performance and vocal. But what we're not here to do is come for anyone's character, any contestant as a human being, although we may come off a little itchy at times, if you know what I mean. We'll always do our best to speak our truths with love, kindness, and respect. And with that, we are here to talk to you about Night 5 of Season 26, NBC's The Voice.
Yes.
Now, normally, I'm a little bit more animated, but I feel like tonight's show had a more laid-back vibe.
Yes.
And it didn't really, if I'm being completely transparent with you, Stephanie, as I'm trying to be, it didn't really thrill me. And maybe I'm still coming down off of the high of last week's, I think, dual threat shows.
Yes.
So, I'm very interested to hear and what your take is on some of these performances tonight.
Yes.
So, contestants, in advance, we know that, and we thank you all so much for watching us.
Yes.
We truly love what we do. We enjoy it. This is not personal. This is just a personal opinion on how we felt the performances were tonight. We will never be mean. We will never come for you. But yeah, I have some pretty strong opinions on some of these performances tonight, Stephanie.
This is our first. This I think is our first episode with a disclaimer at the top.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump right in. Camyryn Wright, let's go.
Let's go, Camyryn Wright, 34 years of age, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they sang "The Way We Were" by Barbara.
By the Barbara Streisand. But this was The Way We Were, which was taken from a movie. I think it was Barbara Streisand and Robert Redford in the 70s, The Way We Were.
Oh, yes.
I said, Camyryn, you done came with some Barbara Streisand? Okay, that's like you coming with Whitney or Celine or, like the big, you came big. You like, Camyryn's like, I'm going big or I'm going home.
That's right.
I felt like you had them with the word memories. Like you had, like,
it was over.
Word memories. I said,
it was over.
Story, Camyryn. I said, Camyryn, you have the most interesting vibrato. I want to hear more of it. I hear Oleta Adams in your voice. I hear Randy Crawford. Randy Crawford is Street Lights. Remember that?
Oh, Street Lights. Yes.
Don't you hear that in Camyryn's voice?
Yes.
I hear that in your throat, Camyryn. I hear some really, really good. If you aren't familiar with Oleta, she sang the song "Get Here." You can reach me. You can reach me by railway. Listen to her, Camyryn. Listen to some Randy Crawford "Street Lights," and that's what I hear, and that's why I love. Can't wait to hear more. I said, Camyryn, has anyone ever told you look like Tupac? Told you look like Tupac. I said, I saw Pac. I really did.
Okay, I gotta go back. And look real good.
I saw Pac. But that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
California. No, it is. That's hilarious.
Here's what, Camyryn, because you're so darn good, I'm going to be a little bit more tough on you. I said, I personally would like a little few less runs because I want to hear your gorgeous voice. Like, that's why I'm asking just for a little, like, going forward, because your voice is so gorgeous. I want to hear it. And I feel like the runs in your audition, although they were executed flawlessly, they were, for me, a little distracting. You had me, however, at could it all be so simple then? Like, that's the part you had me on it. Could it be that it was all so simple then? I said, yeah, you had me there. You had me there. I loved the softness part of your voice. There were parts where you were full throat singing, but then there were parts where you would like pull it back and give me this soft kind of reflective tone. And I loved every minute of it. I said, listen, y'all, singers out there who are listening, listen to how they caress their note. Like, I felt like every note Camyryn sang, was caressed. But then, like, when it was time, when it was appropriate to caress, but then Camyryn let out a full throat sound to remind you that they could sing. And I just like, yes, I loved it. But I want to hear that voice because your voice has such an incredibly unique, memorable, marketable tone. I loved it. Stephanie.
Well, you just segued right into my first comment. I don't understand why Camyryn does not have 5 albums by now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
No one sounds like that, right?
No. Okay. Segue number 2. I heard Tevin Campbell because of the timbre in their voice. I heard that Tevin Campbell, like high, like kind of higher timbre voice. Especially when I saw the clip on Instagram, this because Camyryn was our Friday leak. So when I heard them singing, I was like, oh my goodness, I hear Tevin Campbell. And especially in the holleration, especially in the gorgeous vibrato, Camyryn, you are just flat out gifted, period. Yeah. Full stop. You are gifted. The way Camyryn used the dynamics to tell the story of the song, I didn't mind the runs because I'm like, you know what? If we gonna come here and do Barbara and put their spin on Barbara, do the runs, do the vibrato, do the falsetto into chest into falsetto, do it all because it was all executed flawlessly for me.
And I the first word, right?
Yes.
So for all you know, Camyryn could have done anything because there was like
he could, and there might have been a freedom at already having all the chairs turned of being like, well, I'm just going to do everything that I do because I'm already in, so I'm gonna just do everything that I do. I'm gonna let them have it. And Camyryn, you let us have it, and I can't wait to see more from you.
Yeah. Good lead off. Wow. Good lead off. Okay, so Camyryn wound up choosing Michael
Bublé. Absolutely.
Yeah. Michael is a technician, so Michael's going to really work with the voice. So I think that was a really good choice, really smart choice for Camyryn, because I think that's what Camyryn's looking for.
I think so too.
Looking for I think Bublé is going to major on the majors and minor on the minors, if that makes sense with the voice.
Yes.
And as our pastor would always say, I think it's a great match.
Yeah, absolutely.
So watch out, y'all. Watch out.
Absolutely.
On the prowl.
Yes.
Oh, next we have young Eliza Pryor and Stephanie.
Eliza.
How long have I been wanting someone to sing longer? How long have I been
Oh, a
wanting
minute.
to sing this Cranberry song? This is my
A
favorite
minute.
Cranberry song. Oh, just takes me back to undergrad, sitting in the pizza joint in North Philadelphia. Born and raised. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're not born.
uh, it's called the Owl's Nest, Temple University, and the jukebox. It was like this old, busted down pizza joint, best food in the world, and that song came on like it was like every third song. People
Yeah.
kept playing this song because it was that
Yeah.
big song. I said, well, somebody is raising this little girl right, with the right music, because
That's right.
parents got to be 90s kids.
Yes.
One of my favorite songs from the 90s. I said, the thing about Eliza that I really like is I feel like she is a sponge. Like, I feel like she is that young, bright-eyed, I'm here to be a student. Like, I felt like not only is she a high school student, but I felt like she was eager to learn everything and absorb everything that she can.
Yeah.
Especially like she's got a voice that fits this genre pretty well. I think the voice is pretty good. I said, just think the execution needed to be worked on. But I see, you don't find too many 17-year-olds who like try. Like, I felt like she was trying different things with the song to make it her own, less karaoke, more her own. I appreciate that's what she was trying to do. I said, but what I think the execution will come with age and training, because the voice is really, really unique. You don't find young voices that have that 90s Lilith Fair, progressive, I guess was the type of music it was called, progressive folk rock sound, and I loved it. But I think execution was a little, but like, this is one of those deceiving songs, Stephanie, where you think it's really easy to do.
Yeah.
But this is not an easy song.
It's not an easy song.
So I think, I am so glad that she got, but it shocked me who it was, and we'll talk about that later. But I'm so glad that she did get that chair turn, because of the person that turned. That's why I'm really intrigued, because this person doesn't just turn.
Right. And the fact that he turned right at the end, I was like, okay, I think he was kind of waiting to see if anybody else was going to turn. Yeah. So immediately when I heard Eliza singing, what rang true for me is she was on TV. She's done theater. She's been in groups. She is a singer, and she's a good singer. What I hope this show does for her is turn her into an artist.
There you go.
But in saying that, let's remember some of our favorite artists who started off on TV, like Ariana, like Miley. We could go on and on.
Justin, JC.
There you go. Christina, all them. Yeah. Yeah.
Ryan Gosling. I mean,
exactly. They on like the TV theater sound is like a really good singer, but kind of like in a box, right? And I feel like this competition again, and her coach again, is going to help her with her artistry and help her work on things like being a little bit more precise, things like dynamics, things like what all the tools in the toolbox she can really use to communicate the song, because the song was sang really well. But yeah, I think her coach is going to help her not only tighten it up, but also give her tricks to use to further communicate the song in a more dynamic way. So I'm very excited. Just like you said, she's young, she's a sponge. She's going to take all the notes and all the all the help that she's given, and I think that I can't wait to see her in the next round.
Eliza, I got a word of advice for you. I think you're probably the best in your high school, but you're ready to graduate from that. Like,
There you
because you're
go.
that
I love
good.
that. I
You're
love
that
that.
good, Eliza. So
I
I
love
want
that.
you to really use this opportunity. Hopefully, I mean, I know this stuff's been taped and it's old and stuff, but I really
Right.
hope you use the opportunity to absorb everything, because it's going to take you to that where you can make a career out of it. Like,
Absolutely.
really, because you already know what the business is like, right?
Right.
You already
Right.
know what the business is like, and you know how the business can be. But
Right.
I think it's time to not be that child. Like, all those people had to actually do the transition from child star to
Not Brittany. Not Brittany. Not a girl. Not yet a woman.
what a girl wants. Come on. I want to thank you. Stop. Let me stop. Giving me time to breathe.
Hey, don't start. Don't start on
Together.
tonight.
Come on, Chris.
No.
All
No.
right, let me stop. Y'all, you know we're such 90s kids. Like, anytime we have a 90s reference, we got to give it to you.
Anytime.
Okay,
Anytime.
so her one chair turn was
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
wow. Yep. Snoop. Oh, great get. And
Oh
Snoop,
yeah.
I know you heard something. Oh, I can't wait to hear what you do with him. I really can't.
That's
Okay,
right.
great. Next we have who?
We had Sibel from Los Angeles, California, 24 years of age, and she sang a song called From the Start by an artist named Lefay.
Leve.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay. Real talk. This is the one, Stephanie. Real talk. I already knew it. I said, y'all, this is not a racist statement at all, because all my Filipinos out there know what I'm talking about.
It's
I
just
said,
fact.
I said,
It's fact.
I said, being that she is Filipino, I said, I'm vocally expecting a lot.
Right.
Because let me tell you, the Filipino culture, they just come out of the womb singing, y'all. They just do. And it's scary.
It
And
is scary.
I said, y'all, listen to this voice, listen to that execution. I said, do you hear the difficulty that she was executing this stuff? Do you hear the melodic sounds? Do you hear the flawless singing? I said, it was flawless singing, y'all.
Flawless.
I
Flawless.
said, K is my one. And you had the nerve to be a musical theater person, so you already got personality. I said, she makes it look and sound effortless.
Effortless.
I said, really, Reba? Really, Reba? You didn't turn? Really? I wrote that. I said, Reba. Now, Reba said, oh, well, I thought people would know. She need to be fortunate.
No.
I was
No.
like, oh, no, Reeves, you need to turn. Oh, I can't wait. Y'all, I need some Erica Badu. Finally, in my opinion, I think a voice that would do some Erica Badu justice. Think about it. Think about that voice. Think about how funky that voice, because her voice is just funky. I need some Samara Joy.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I need her. Like, I hear so many incredible artists who we normally don't get to hear on this show too often, because a lot of people can't do them. I hear
Right.
that. I said, you can tell she's an amazing musician, just
Yes.
melodically where their choices were going. I said, it was a very original sound. I wrote, just sit back and listen, James. Like, honestly, I can't wait to put in my good ears stuff. You already heard on your good ears. I said, I can't wait, because, she was doing some great things. I love her. I love her personality. I love just how excited she was as the chairs were turning. Like,
Yes.
I just loved everything about her. I mean, you know. I lost my mom the same year that she lost her dad, like to
Yeah.
cancer. So it's like
Yeah.
she had me in her Be Real. She did.
Yeah.
And when I said, she's like, we're just Filipino. I said,
Oh, we already know. We already know.
wasn't something. She's like, my parents are immigrants. They were like, you got to find you got to find a backup. Okay,
Yeah.
find a back. Yeah. You right where you need to be, Miss K. You really
That's
are.
right.
Woo! That was a bad A audition. Okay, you sang that chisel down. I'm not cussing it. Next, Stephanie.
Okay. Her voice was so gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Her voice was so gorgeous. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, this is a voice. I was like, this is what I wrote down for real. I was like, okay, Ariel, you little mermaid, because
Yeah.
that is the kind of voice that Eric heard and fell right in love with her. Like that, her voice. Her voice is so beautiful that she could make somebody fall in love with her just from her singing voice. I was
typical sound, right? It's not your regular voice, if that makes sense. You know what I'm talking about, Stephanie?
No, there is a lightness, a brightness, a twinkle, a sexiness to her voice. There's character, there's joy, there's holleration. It's like all the good things. It's like every positive adjective you could come up with for a voice inside of her throat. It was, and then come on, scat. She out there scatting. I said, "Oh no!" Like I'm not ready, and I'm so ready, and I can't wait to hear more. It's one of the most gorgeous voices I have ever heard in my life, ever.
What's the song?
Ariel.
What's the Erykah Badu song? What she get one that's like a bag of lady.
Bag of lady. You gonna hurt your back. Carrying all them bags like that. Ooh!
Yeah. Kay's crazy.
Kay is crazy.
She's like up there, y'all. And it's just, and it didn't like jump out and grab you. You leaned forward and were like, what? Whoa. Like it was that type of voice.
Right.
You were like, whoa. What is she doing? All right, who came up with? I can't remember.
Gwen.
Yeah. Ooh, Gwen's gonna find a style.
Yes.
And Gwen's gonna pick all those funky songs for her.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Like the voice has got. I feel sorry for whoever she's going up against because it's got so much character, right?
It's got so much character.
It's a sound that it's a unique sound. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
This season, unique sounds. Like
yes,
I love it. Like
yes,
no one that has really made it through has sounded like somebody else. Like
right.
Like at least our favorites, I think. Right.
Right.
Very unique sounds.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Next we have Mary McAvoy.
Yes.
And she's saying "Say You Love Me."
Yes.
And who was that by?
Fleetwood Mac.
That was Fleetwood Mac. I never knew that was a Fleetwood Mac song.
That's what I found.
I'm glad she sounded like Mary McAvoy.
Yes.
This is the one that had me a little perplexed, Stephanie, and I actually went back and listened to it multiple times. Because I said, I think, and again, I can't wait to hear what you have to say, so give me a poker face. I think that her voice has star quality. There were some things that I really thought were really good about her voice, like her tone. It was almost haunting. Like, I loved how she opened the song in the lower register, and I thought her lows were very, very well developed.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nerves. The first time I heard it through, I didn't. The tuning didn't catch my ear. I
Okay.
actually had to go back and listen to it again, and I heard more nerves that I think affected her breath control, which affected in turn her tuning a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't bother me. And Stephanie and I usually have really big ears when it comes to tuning issues. So I can't wait to hear what you said. Say, I said once I feel like she gets a hold of her breath and breathes and settles in, I think she's gonna kill it. And that's just how I feel about Mary. Like it was a very haunting different tone with
Mm-hmm.
with this selection. Stephanie?
Spoiler, I completely agree. I
Oh my,
completely agree.
I am so glad you do. I am so glad you do. Because I just was like, okay, Gwen, I hear it a little different.
Well, you know, me being an alto,
Sure.
anybody start off in that low register and you delivering because it can be really hard to have the lows translate and cut. And she was able to make those lows impactful. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like I like that. I do though feel that when the chorus came around, what I believe is the chorus of the song, that nerves hit. I really do believe that.
Yeah.
But I love the texture of her voice. I love her sound.
Word.
Um, she has, and this is not a diss, this is not a slight, but what I heard was a very mature voice, not old, but mature. I can hear her singing. Now, I'm not saying that she sounds like this person, but I can hear her singing like Sheryl Crow or like an artist that was big when they were in their 30s, like their
Yeah.
late 30s, like
Yeah.
somebody like that.
Cheryl blew up after she had
Yes.
she was a teacher. She sang background for Michael for years.
Yes.
MJ,
Yeah.
Michael, y'all. Like, and Cheryl didn't really blow up until she was like close to 40, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So I hear her singing those kinds of songs and that kind of music.
I hear her
I
singing
don't
Paula Cole.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you hear?
Yes. Yes.
Like I hear some Paula Cole.
Ooh, Jesus. I love me some Paula Cole. Fun fact about Stephanie. Stephanie loves some Paula Cole. Some I Don't Want to Wait. Somewhere. Where have all the cowboys gone
Yeah,
is one of
yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
jams, y'all. Like,
I hear Paula Cole, Brandy Carlisle.
yes.
Like who's now, right? I hear Brandy
Yes.
Carlisle. I hear Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell never lie. Come
Like
on.
I hear that. I hear that in
Yes.
her voice.
Yes, absolutely.
It's
Yes.
like an
Yeah.
old, like you said, an older sound, but
Yes.
it can be very current.
Come on, a woman with a little life, been through a little something, got a little experience, got something to say. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She picked.
Snoop
Yeah,
Doggy
'cause Snoop
Dogg.
taking over her.
Yes,
Like
they
they,
were. Yes, they were.
yeah. I didn't. Still, maybe I gotta go back and listen. I still wasn't bothered by the pitch.
No, I wasn't bothered. I was just like, oh, she nervous. She
Yeah,
nervous.
I, and you know, pitch usually bothers me.
Yes.
Okay. Our next contestant was Lauren Michael Sellers,
Mm-hmm.
and she sang "Oceans," which is a Hillsong song.
Yes.
I said, Lauren, you're the second Christian singer, or who? Well, no, you did not profess who you know what you believed in on your Be Real, my man did last week. Um, um, but you're the second singer that they've actually had played really singing during the Be Real, like,
Yes.
really singing. And
Yes.
I said, Lauren, if it's anything like what I'm hearing on the Be Real, I said you have to slay this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard what I thought I heard. I said, Lauren, this is what I wrote. I said, Lauren, you made me love this song again.
Come on.
I said, because those of you who aren't familiar with this song was like 10 years ago, was a very popular, and that's understated.
That's a huge understatement.
Huge, gigantic. This song was
the song,
and it was the song.
It was the song.
A decade ago, it was the song, and it was done everywhere and all the time. And I was like, okay, I don't think we need to hear Oceans one more time, and not. Oh, Kim Cruz just went live on Instagram.
Hey, Kim.
And I said, unbelievable. I said, Lauren Michael Sellers, you did not come on this show to worship. I said, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And you brought new life to this song, young lady. I said, ooh. And then she had a nerve. Did you hear that run she threw in at the very end of the song? I said,
Sure
boop. I said, she got the fourth chair turn. And she did that run at the end. I hear all of the pain. I hear the struggle. And I hear the triumph.
Come on.
In
victory.
Lauren Michael
Victory.
Sellers. I said, in your instrument. I said, you are a gift from God.
Absolutely.
You are but a vessel, sis, and you know what I'm talking about. Stephanie.
She is a believer. I found her on IG. Obviously, I don't think you can come on here and sing Oceans and you don't believe in what you sing.
Gwen said, oh. Yeah, that song will do that to you.
Okay, so James, here's something that I did not tell you. So tonight I tried out for our Patreons. Please join us on Patreon. I tried out watching a performance and recording myself watching a performance. Now, I didn't know what performance it was going to be. It was just like, okay, this is a good time for me to try it. So it happened to be Lauren. So watching her be real, I'm watching what she's saying. She's a special ed teacher. She had a mom that had some mental health issues, and I'm like, I'm like, check.
Yeah. I mean, right.
I was like, oh. So already I'm feeling Lauren, right? Like our spirits are connecting. Like,
got me at the beer. Right?
I was like, okay, you have to go through, or else I'm quitting the show. It was like one of them things. Like, okay, I see you, you see me, we see each other. You don't know me from nobody, but I want to get to know you.
Yeah.
So they cut to her on stage, and the music starts, and I'm like, wait. And then she said, call me out upon the wall. I said,
oh, no, you said oceans. I thought you said oceans.
No, I said oceans. Oceans.
Oh. Lord, forgive me, please. I can't do that. I can't.
No, I was so caught off guard. I am. I was so unprepared for her to sing Oceans. I was so unprepared. So I was like, and then she gives this vocal, and I'm hearing all the things. I'm hearing folk. I'm hearing rock. I'm hearing yodel. I'm hearing earth. I'm hearing I'm hearing authority in her singing. I'm just hearing all the things. And just like you said, James, like, we've sung this song 100 million times at our church. I've sung this song 100 million times personally, because
every version of this song.
Every version. And let's be clear. This was not just a popular song. This song is anointed. Okay. Yeah. I could hear it every time I hear the song. I'm here. Yeah. Spirit lead me. Come on. Like, every time. There's all.
Even if you're not a believer, like, it's a song that just moves.
It just moves you. It's all infused. This is an all infused song. So I was taken out. I came back. I could hear I was taken back out again. Like I was slain so many times. It was
Mhm.
gorgeous. It was beautiful. 4-chair turn.
Oh,
Rightfully
Lauren,
so.
you, she is so refreshing. It is so refreshing to see a person like her on this show.
Yes.
Like it's so refreshing. She's going to be able to sing anything, and
Anything.
it's just one of those voices. I can't
And
explain it.
and just like our friend Jameson, it's going no matter what you sing, Lauren, it's gonna have that oil sprinkled on it. So
Oozing down the vocal cords. I'm telling you.
oozing.
All right, so Lauren picked.
Reba. Reba was in tears. You see her?
Oh
Reba
yeah,
was like, she had to get her little hanky out. She was like,
yeah,
I know of who she's singing about. And yeah, that spirit was thick. That spirit was thick.
yeah, yeah. It was. All right,
Woo.
who's next?
Next up, we have Mark Shiiba, 29 years old from Swarthmore, Pennsylvania.
Okay, uh-huh. That's
And
not good.
he's
It's the
and
main
he's
line.
okay.
I'm
And
just
he's
saying. I mean,
saying,
you are almost Philly girl, so you know what I'm talking.
yes, I am. He's saying, "Don't Think Twice, It's All Right" by Bob Dylan.
That was a Bob Dylan song. Makes sense.
I
I
did
listened.
not either.
Wow, 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 wow. I said, is it that they don't understand his voice? I said, it's unique and different. I said, and I don't know what to make of it. I said, I didn't know what to make of it. I see, though, well, I'll save that comment for later. I think America just might, like, vote for this dude because they're going to want to hear more. Like,
Mm-hmm.
such a different sound. It did sound a bit like character cartoonish, but he was being serious. It wasn't a
Yeah.
character of that, right?
Right.
He wasn't up there fooling around. Like that's his sound.
Right.
So now I want to hear him sing. If that's his sound, like if that's the sound he's committed to, I want to hear some of the biggest songs in the world sung with that sound to see what he's going to do with it. Obviously, he's a very trained musician,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
he was playing harmonica, he was playing the guitar
Yeah.
well, playing both well,
Yes.
and you can tell he can sing. It's just it sounded wild. That's the best, like wild and like. I'm not saying the voice was untamed, but it sounded
Right.
like it was like wild and untamed. Right?
Right.
That's the best way I can describe it. Stephanie?
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's just
I
we've
don't
never
know what to
seen anything like
say
it.
because it was so, one of the coaches used a really great word. It was so extreme
Yeah, it was.
because the voice is what the voice is. This is not a put on. And I completely believe that this is this man's voice. And I think I think that I was having a hard time with it personally because there is a character that is dark about it. There's a darkness to it, and that's not always bad.
It's different.
It's different. So it will be very interesting, like you said, for him to sing something, sing other songs and see how his voice, how he utilizes his voice with different songs. I will
Yeah.
be very interested what his coach chooses to give him to sing. I think he talked about some Hank Williams.
Junior.
Mm-hmm. Maybe some standards to do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that I dislike this man's voice. I'm going to say that it was extreme, and I think he is an artist 1000%. And I'm
If I'm keeping
I'm
it real,
interested to hear more.
it's a voice you're either gonna love or you're gonna hate.
And that's it.
Well,
And
you're gonna have strong feelings about it.
you're going to have strong feelings one way or another. And, you know, just because I will say this, and this might free some other folk up too. We can appreciate a voice, and also it cannot be for us. It just might not be our preference. We all have that right. We all can make that choice to say, you know, I can appreciate this young man as a musician. It just might not be for me. Just like some genres are not for me, and that's okay. That doesn't take away. It does not take away from the voice. It just might not be for me, but I am very open to hearing more.
Oh, always.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Like, if you make it past blind, I'm always open to hearing more.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so he was down and out.
He was gone.
Okay. He was down.
He was gone until Michael Bublé began talking. He heard something. They started talking to him. He was formerly in the Navy, so Michael Bublé really respected that. And I think that he heard something and he wanted to hear more as well. So although Bublé did not turn initially, he used his coach replay button. So we will see more of Mark.
I trust Michael's ear. I really do. So he heard something.
Yes, he did.
Too. I just don't know what it is yet. I don't know what it is yet.
Right.
Okay, awesome. Okay. We still got quite a bit more to go.
We do.
Next we had BEYA. Oh gosh, BEYA. Now I see. There was an artist who did not make it through, who had a very similar style as BEYA. And you can, if you watch the Patreon, we'll talk about that artist, or contestant. BEYA sang Our Day Will Come by Ruby and the Romantics. I love BEYA. Number one, that you referenced the original singers of this song. This song has been done over. Amy Winehouse did a version of this song. This song has been done because it's from like early 1960s, like late 50s, early 1960s. And it was like a woman and like, it's like almost like Diana Ross and the Pips, right? It was like a woman. Okay. All her background were dudes, right?
Okay.
That's who Ruby and the Romantics were. It's one of my mom and dad's favorite songs. This song. I still love this version. It's an oldie but goodie. I love that she can just sing the melody.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a gorgeous voice, gorgeous tone, nice sustaining notes, gorgeous vibrato. I like it.
Yeah.
The thing about BEYA and a lot of folks from Hawaii, they just have, it's just their entire vibe. It's just an entire vibe, right?
Right.
It was just an entire vibe. I said, I feel like she was very stylized. She was very specific. I said, I want to hear other genres in her voice. I think I think Michael may have said that. Someone said, I can't wait to hear other genres in her voice. Because it's a voice that I think she can chameleon her voice to sing any style well. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Stephanie?
I liked it too. I especially liked the beginning. When the pianist came in, I was like, you are playing on tonight, sir. He's like, this is my solo and I will be playing on tonight. He was giving everything. I really enjoyed the front half of this song. I loved the rich, sweet texture to her voice. I loved the jazzy feel of it all. I really, really loved it. It sounded like she was like, and this is not a diss either, she sounded like a professional cabaret singer from New York or something like that. Like that's the vibe I was getting, right?
Absolutely.
And then when the beat came in, I felt like things got a little theatery. I felt like and I think it was more of the performance for me than the actual vocal. I was a little bit distracted by the kind of performance-y aspect of it. I think I was really digging the slow vibe so much that I kind of wanted that to continue, but overall, I really, really like her voice, and I'm really, really glad that she got a chair turn. Now, there was an indication, and not even an indication, they pretty much said as much, I believe, that by BEYA, this was late. This was actually an audition that was later on in the competition, which is why she might not have gotten as many chair turns as she could have. So,
okay. Fair enough. Fair. All right, so who did they end up choosing?
Well, there was only one choice, and that was Gwen.
There's one chair turn. Gwen, yeah.
Yes.
I was shocked. Yeah, that was one that I thought more people would definitely turn for.
Yeah, especially at the beginning.
All right, so next we had a Reba run, but they were shorts.
Quick clips.
Two artists.
Yes.
First one was.
I pray that I say your name correctly, and I pray that you go far enough in the competition where you can tell me what your name is. I think it's just Tsola.
Tsola, yeah. I think that's it too. I said Tsola was giving me Libyanka from a previous contestant. She was giving me some Sade vibes.
Yes, she was definitely giving me either Caribbean or African.
Rita seemed really touched by her singing. Like she sounded like she got a little teary eyed.
I think I would have been too had we seen all of it.
Right. Hello, voice. Side eye. All right. And our next was Deon Jones, who sang Little Ghetto Boy. I said, the part that we heard, I said, it sounded a little wild. I said, we have some wild singers tonight. I said, it sounded a little bit like, someone please call 911. A little Wyclef Jean. You remember that song back in the day?
Yeah. Yes. The alleged assailant was 5'1".
Yeah. Someone please call 911. Like, that's what it sounded like. Oh gosh, that song's so old. Were you in college? I think you were in college when that song
I was probably in college. Yeah, with Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. I love that song.
I love that song too.
What are you doing? I love it. Okay, so these were two Reba pickups, right?
Yeah, she liked something that she heard, so can't wait to hear y'all. Yeah.
Okay. Next, can't wait to talk about this one with you. We had Brad Sample. The Letter, I believe, was about this Fiona Apple song, isn't it?
They said Fiona. I found Joe Cocker or the Box Tops.
Okay, so I thought it was a Joe Cocker song too. Maybe Fiona did a version.
She might have done a version.
Because I was like, I know this song. Because I was like, because Joe Cocker is, what would you do if I said how to do? That's Joe Cocker. That's who he's most famously known for.
Yes.
I said, you better play and sing, sir. I said, just a pure singer. Just pure singer holleration. I said, love how he let his voice soar at the end. I was like, what? I said, what was that?
Soaring.
I said, high holler. I call him high holler. Like his voice is high and he was hollering.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to call you, Brad. I said, it sounded like as if you had two more voices in that throat.
No, absolutely.
Like we haven't even begun to hear what you can do.
That's right.
It was just a little bit at the end where that holleration came out of that throat. Brad's a Trojan horse. He gonna sneak into this competition, and then the voice is just gonna unhinge.
Yeah.
Just blow us all away. And you know what? I said it was so unassuming, and it came out of nowhere, and I loved every minute of it. But what I liked most about Brad was his attitude.
Come on.
Attitude, y'all. It will get you everywhere from what we understand in the industry. I said he was just so grateful to be there. I felt such a sense of gratitude from him.
Yes.
And and he's another. There's a few dark horses this season.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I've had one, maybe two. I had 4 dark horses.
Yes.
And I think Brad's another one that I think America's going to love him because he's got that holleration in his voice, and he doesn't need to show it all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the first thing I wrote was he has a star voice. Like there is something about his voice. I think it's the high timbre of it. I think there's the rock quality of it. There's a slight grit to his voice. There's a little bit of, I don't even know what to call it. The best thing that I could use, or the only word I could use, was like a haze. There's like some kind of like a haze on his voice. The holleration at the end, I was like, oh, you got that? Oh, you got that? We want to hear him. And I believe it might have been Bublé, who kind of alluded to him doing some like acid rock kind of stuff, some AC/DC and some stuff like that. I would be interested to hear that. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear that. I really like his voice, and I really think I'm so curious for him and like a lot of these folk. This is the most nervous we're going to see them. I've said this before. So I can't wait. And like there are definitely nerves in the upcoming rounds. But for this first audition, you just trying to get on, right? You're just trying to get on. So once these folks are unlocked and we hear them in the battles, I really cannot wait to hear what Dad Brad, I think that's what Snoop was calling him, what Dad Brad's going to do. Because Dad Brad he's going to give it to us. Yeah.
You know what I need to hear? You know how to hear it out of that throat. I need to hear, what? That's why.
Oh.
I mean,
I thought you were going to say.
Guitars too, right?
Listen, I thought you were going to say Smells Like Teen Spirit. Now, I don't know if he could sing that, but.
No.
I want to hear some holleration.
Very good thing. Black hole.
Black hole. Listen, somebody please sing some Black Hole Sun for James, please. He been asking for that song for like 5 seasons.
Yes. Okay. So who did he wind up going with?
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Right. They're picking them right this season. They really are.
Yes.
These steals are going to be.
Yeah. They are.
Okay. So our final contestant of the night, I call these our boomerang contestants because they didn't make it through the first time, and they were like, you know what? I got one shot. I got one more shot to do this. And this was Camyryn Brooks, and she sang Light On. I said, it's amazing. If you watch her Be Real, y'all, Camyryn suffered from a debilitating cardiovascular disease while she was the caretaker of her brother, which just blows my mind.
Right.
It's amazing what she can do with restricted air supply, because from what I understand, she's still in therapy and still recovering from it. I said, what an inspiring story, gorgeous spirit. I said, it's amazing when you have someone whose beautiful presence comes through their singing voice. Like, I think all of them turned around for her because they saw the beauty of who she was coming through her voice, if that makes sense. It's a very, very unique thing to have, for people to know who you are by your voice, your voice. I said she sang with such humanity. Like I was like, what is it about her voice? I said, it's just humanity. When she opens her mouth and sings, and I just felt like she was so comfortable. I felt like, it was just a good audition. It was just great. Great audition. Stephanie?
Yeah, I thought I really liked the richness of her voice. I feel like one of the coaches, I hope it was for her that I'm quoting this correctly, said that her voice was very round, like a very full
Yes.
voice. She did seem to be very comfortable on stage. I think this was a really great song choice for her. Yeah, I'm glad she came back, especially having gone through everything that she's gone through. I think it's a wonderful kind of redemption story for her. And I hope that her coach picks some great songs and gives her some great advice. And I'm looking forward to see how far she can go this time around.
Yeah. So who did she wind up choosing?
Gwen.
Gwen. Yes. I think Gwen is going to bring again. Gwen's your style maker. She's your style person that she's going to. We saw this happen with who's with Gwen? Justin. Justin was with Gwen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So just and when we talked to Justin, hey Justin, by the way, when we
Hey,
talked
Justin.
to Justin talked about how Gwen. Gwen kind of blew his mind with how much repertoire she knew and
Yes.
how she was really good with matching, with imagery,
Yes.
and bringing that out in the person's delivery and performance. So I think
Yes.
that's what Camyryn needs. I think Camyryn, that's a really good fit for her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
100%.
That's it. So Stephanie,
That's it. Yes.
we're back to watch tomorrow.
Yes.
We are going to have, because y'all, we are real people with real lives, and it's a very special week.
Yes.
Yeah, we will be back with you all later on this week.
Yes, we will.
For episode or night 7 or second night of this week. And
6. Yeah. It'll be
was it 6? Is it 6 or 7?
Today is 5.
Okay,
tomorrow's
5.
episode will be 6.
Okay,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so tell the pitchies what they need to hear, Stephanie.
So don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Pitchy Podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you can be the first to know when we drop a new episode. Also, check us out on YouTube. Search for The Pitchy Podcast and hit that subscribe button so you know when we drop a new video. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Pitchy Podcast for new episode alerts, episode clips, and so much more. And last, we are on Patreon. Y'all can hear what we really thought about these performances tonight and whether we would have turned or not. We will have also bonus content like what I just described in the main feed episode, exclusive content like our initial reactions right after the show, our thoughts about our Friday leaks, so much more. I even recorded myself, like I said, doing my live reaction of Miss Lauren Michaels, things like that you can check out. So for more information on that, you'll see it right there. Or you can look at our Patreon highlight, or you can go to our IG page and it'll be in our IG bio and in the show notes of how to become a Pitchy Patreon. Come on and join us. Yes.
For all the shit. No, I'm just kidding. All right. All right, everyone. We'll see you later this week.
Bye-bye.